We're here for a really, really very, very special occasion to honour the contribution of Wynne and Kevin, and I'd like to call upon John and Dave, and if Bob wants to say a few words as well, he's most welcome. So I'm going to hand over, and nobody can have any cake until the cake's cut, photos are taken, and then we can do it if Keith doesn't want to blow us all away. So I'll hand over to John.
How come I would go second? There are sometimes you feel like such a Johnny come lately at something, and I've got to say my 12 years in venue management and about the same number of competitive years before that paled in significance compared to the amount of time and hours and everything that Wynne and Kevin have put in. And worse than that, I was a selfish competitor, which made it even worse in their book. But there you go. Oh no, is it going to crash or? To me, for a couple to have put in the equivalent of over 100 years to a sport, that is an outstanding commitment. That is more than a lifetime commitment. I don't even know many people who've been married that long, let alone given that long to something like motorsport. And I think it's just to be congratulated to an extent that says, obviously, we must have given something back. I say we as the bigger echelons of motorsport, whether they be 2 wheels, 4 wheels, and all the rest of it, that has given some meaning to your life, just as it's given it to me. And I think that's what I relate to most, and I think I have that level of simpatico with a number of people, because you can get an awful lot back from it, and certainly I have. We definitely didn't want to, when we made the cup, we didn't know who to put on it, and then we just realised that actually everybody should be on the cup, and we can't get a cup big enough to put everybody on it. So we didn't put from Queensland Raceways or from car races or any of those things. It just recognises the fact that you did it, and I think that's quite remarkable. I guess now I better hand over to Dave. I've said my bit, other than to say sincere thanks. And it was so lovely up in race control watching you two guys there in the dark the other night.
We didn't see everything.
So I think Rod Dawson has a number of things to answer for, and that's probably another one of them. Would you like to say something, David?
A few words. Unaccustomed speaking. What can I say? Well, Kevin Wynne, on behalf of all the officials and probably the competitors, the amount of years that you and Kevin have put in, I'll probably be about 110 by the time I get to what you all put in. I probably won't be alive then. Kevin Wynne, on behalf of all the officials, you've been like a second mum and dad to most of us. We've learned a lot from both of you over the years, and a lot of us have been involved, and your friendship is highly regarded, and we hope that you will continue to pop up at race meetings to say hello and things like that. As you know, QMSA, Queensland Motorised Sports Officials, has been created and currently getting off the ground in great knots, and the committee met last weekend, and we'd be very honoured if you and Kevin would accept our first honorary membership to the new Officials Association. Ready for you, but the printer's a bit slow. So we're hoping we'll get you back in the next QRDC at the end of the month, and we can present you with a certificate made in front of all the officials and competitors.
Thank you.
What else can I say? 3 cheers for Kevin and Wynne. Thank you.
Thank you.
What about him? Why was he born?
The big mouth.
Don't worry about it.
Bob.
So much. Like the cup's custom to
Put a few days in here, Bobby.
I mean, after all these years they put up with you, you've got to say something nice back.
I was going to say all the nasty things. Nice it is a sad moment, sad day for me, because we've been through a lot of good times and probably a few bad times. Mostly good times. We've been everywhere and done timekeeping all around the place, from Bathurst 24-hour races to most of the Indy races, Leeburn, every time at Leeburn, up to Townsville, the whole works. It's been really nice. They've been like family to me over the years, and I don't know what I'm going to do now that they're disappearing off the scene. But anyway, I'd just like to thank them for all the work they have done over the last many years. It's helped me greatly, and I do hope that they do come back over the next few years and say hello at some stage. Yeah. At any rate, thank you very much, and all the very best for whatever you plan to do, and all the best to you, Kevin, for 80 years coming up. I think it's the 8th of May from memory. Is that right?
Might be a little longer, but...
Anyway, thank you very much for all your help and effort. I couldn't have done it without you over the years. Thank you.
And I'd like to call in a very shy Debbie.
Come on, Debbie Young.
Who created this wonderful thing.
Ashley, grab her by the arm and drag her in.
Come in. And then I'd like to call up the two of you to come and receive all this and to cut the cake. Richard is here to. She's very. Maybe.